Hello folks, this is the Gentleman Scholar, posting for the first time in about a month. I'm not smoking a pipe today because it's windy out here and I don't feel like dealing with the futzing and the fiddling, and if that doesn't prove that I'm a pipe smoking dilettante, nothing will. I have here a glass of Rocky Peak cinnamon whiskey. It's a product of my home state. It's been a very busy morning, so I poured myself a rather large one. So on my last video, I promised I would do some kind of reintroduction, and so here I go. I'm going to try and make it so my next video is a pipe smoking video, and it's not so far away from this one. But I'm lazy and I procrastinate. But here we go. My name is Gary. I am the Gentleman Scholar. That's my handle on YouTube. I didn't set out to actually make a pipe smoking channel. It was supposed to be a little bit of everything, but it just kind of drifted into pipe smoking. A gentleman named Kel was my pipe smoking mentor. He just reactivated his channel. Smoke Rings Pipe Dreams. He's out in Montana. He was the first person I ever came across in a video that was actually smoking a pipe and talking about pipes and etc. so on. So he sort of became my de facto mentor for a while, before I started getting to know different people and life paths change and the whole thing. I work for a legacy air carrier as a flight attendant. I won't mention which one, but if you're a keen listener, you'll probably be able to figure it out. It's just a job to me. It's not really particularly glamorous. I don't go anywhere glamorous. I used to do international trips, and they're just too much work. And I'm becoming an old codger, and I'm just too lazy to work 6-hour trips and do 500 services across the Atlantic, just so I can spend one day somewhere and be jet lagged that whole time. Last one I did was to Edinburgh, Scotland, and I love Scotland. I used to do Scotland and London trips all the time. 5 years ago, I went over there again, thinking I could recapture it, but it was on a narrow body. It was 5 hours late. And without getting into the gory details, it was just a nightmare. So I don't do international anymore. I do one-day turns. My husband's getting more infirm, so I just keep it to one-day turns in case he needs any medical attention, and I won't be away from home that long. So it's basically an actual real job, except I don't have to work as many hours. What else? I'm into comic books, superhero comic books specifically, ever since I was 6 years old. My mom got me an issue of Wonder Woman. I forget the number, but it was 100-page super spectacular, super spec as they call it in the trade. And it was loaded, it had the current story and continuity, and it had a lot of reprint stories in there. And it blew my mind. I've been reading comics ever since. I've been a geek ever since. Of course, from comics, you go out to science fiction, Star Trek reruns, Doctor Who, Matrix movies, Star Wars, Star Trek, the whole thing. Total geek. Love the Marvel movies. Can't wait to see Captain America, New World Order. Didn't go to the movie theater to see it. And I'm very excited to see Thunderbolts, and it's getting great reviews, which, let's face it, Marvel kind of needs right now. What else? I also have I love to read. I have a booktube channel alongside Nexus. I just flip the names around. The Scholar Gentleman. And it's basically a way to help me remember what I read, and also just to kind of get the word out. Reading's good. I read this book, and here's what it was about. And try, hopefully not to get too pretentious about it. I've made a couple of really good friends on booktube as a result. What else? What else do we have? Yeah, I really enjoy the YTPC. I don't know, it's kind of useless for me to say it's not like it used to be, because for me it's always in a state of flux. It's always changing. Older people are coming out, new people are coming in. I try to keep up with everyone's videos, but it's impossible. So I just kind of, depending on what they're talking about, I'll either watch the video and comment on it, or I won't. So it's useless to try and keep track of everybody. Also, just want to mention to Dicky Labs, I think I figured out how to use the the microphone. I was on the verge of figuring it out before I got interrupted by a bee in the house. Don't ask. But I think I figured out the ins and outs and how to attach it to my phone now. So with a little more study and a little more looking at that manual, I'll have a decent working mic to do these videos with. Gosh, what else is there? I guess I generally like aromatics. My go-to is Norman Rockwell Portrait. I believe it belongs to, I want to say Pipes and Cigars. It's a special blend that they do. But that tends to be my go-to. I know virtually nothing about tobaccos, you know, vapors or Englishes or anything like that. I mean, I'm still learning that quite a bit. I know more than your average person, but for someone who's been doing this for over 10 years, I think I should know more than I know. But my evolution of as a pipe smoker is gradual and glacial. So I'm glad all you folks are out there. I wish some of you lived closer so I could we could go meet and have a pipe. I've only ever smoked with one person in the YTPC. He's kind of off doing his own thing right now. He's based out in California. On one of my trips, I went to go visit him, and we went to his favorite pipe shop, the Pipe Nook at the time. And it's pretty good to have a partner, someone to smoke with and talk with, I have to say. That being said, I'm too chicken shit to actually go to a twins pipe shop, twins smoke shop that we have here. We have like 2 or 3 in the area. Why? Because I go in there, I still feel like an imposter. I still have imposter syndrome, and I don't know. It just feels uncomfortable to me to go into a group with a bunch of strangers. But Gary, they're potential friends. I hear you saying, but that's a step I'm not ready for yet. But maybe one day I will be. I've learned a lot from all of you. I've made some very, very good friends in the pipe community. You know who you are. Most of you are not frequent contributors because you're kind of like me, kind of not easily fitting within a certain pipe smoking archetype, I guess you could say. I can't do I can't do tobacco reviews. I'm still too much of a newbie. But really, that's all I really have to say. If you have any questions about my job, about my pipe smoking habits, about my general reading habits, I'm married to a wonderful man named Bill. We just came back from finalizing his will, taking out some money to pay the wood guy who's going to drop off like 3 cords of wood right over there. For those of you who are also on Facebook, you know I post that stuff. Hell, that would be a decent video. That would be a decent video to put out, huh? During the couple quick ones during the pipe load, during the wood loading. Dogs across the way. Listen, I don't know how much time I have here, so I'm going to let it go for now. But that's basically my reintroduction. What you see is what you get. I'm not the most social person in the world. I'm also lazy and I procrastinate. So that's why you don't see frequent postings from me, because I really don't feel like I have anything to say. Who wants to hear my opinions anyway? Yeah, imposter syndrome. Okay, folks, I'm going to leave it there. Take care of yourselves. We'll speak to you soon, hopefully with a pipe in hand, smoking away. All the best. This is the Gentleman Scholar signing off. And the dogs.